Ha!
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Brian. While I've got you online and while I'm broadcasting to the universe, two things. One, I will be going to see the Macross movie tomorrow night, which starts at 7 and ends probably at 9 or 10 or whatever, but I'm all the way down in Aurora. So it may take me some time before I get up here, and who knows? The guys may want to go do, boba or something after. I have no idea. So I want to be open to do that. So you're in charge. I'll try to make it in if I can. But I have to tell you that you're also going to be in charge Friday morning, sadly, because I got a message from one of my realtors, and they want me to shoot a house at 9. So you're twitching on me.
Okay.
You're twitching on beat? That'd be cool if you were twitching on beat. Gang, 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 gang.
It's okay, guy. I got this.
Oh, come on. I've been doing this all the time. You're like, why? Why are you doing this to me? No, that's not gonna work. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about that one. I'm making money.
Hey, I'm not gonna cut you down for that. Go for it. Yeah. Money is money.
Yeah, and if we can't run the show, we can't run the show, and that's actually okay.
Yeah.
No reason to stress.
I got into a Twitter discussion with Scott Kurtz, of all people, today.
Okay.
We were talking about, he was talking about, why wouldn't you want to build your own website versus going to these new sites and having to deal with all of the crap that they're pulling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, because these sites are offering app and phones aren't going away.
Yeah, they're not.
And so now you have to look into which is the better way of going. Is it going building your own website, or is it going with a place that has some sort of application so you can reach a bigger audience?
Right.
And we have both come to the conclusion that this is the new print versus web debate.
Yep. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. This was the better idea that I started last night, and now I'm continuing with it because it was a better idea to do these individually and move them individually. And this is good because the last couple of nights I just have not been in the mode to draw. So this is this at least continues us forward and doesn't stop the forward progress that we need to have. not seeing Brent in here, so I think he may have gone on ahead and gone to bed.
Ah,
I know, poor fella.
either that or he's celebrating the Avs' first win of the series.
Also plausible.
So, my favorite streamer wasn't on tonight. And she goes, but hey, check out this new streamer that's just coming in and to Ezra Lane and make them feel welcome. So I popped in. I'm like, I'm watching their show. It's like, okay, this is a cool streamer. It's like, oh, I'll do some art for them and make them feel, you know. So I threw some art at them, and they're like, holy you did that in like an hour. I'm like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met you?
No, they hadn't at that point. They had never met me at that point.
I see.
And I almost caused them to burst into crying on stream because they loved the art so much. And they just weren't expecting it.
Well, that's cool.
It's like, if I can make a streamer happy, like a small streamer happy that, hey, look, this is cool. I got random fan art from someone because they were watching my stream and they continue to stream, then I've done a good job,
Oh, man. I just had a sudden idea. We have missed a boat.
Oh?
Yeah, we should have called this To Stream the Impossible Stream.
Oh.
Right? We missed the boat. Oh. I just now realized that and went, oh, man. It'd have been funnier if it had been Springs on here, too, because one of the characters is Don Q. And it's definitely Don Quixote that I'm mimicking, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
To stream the impossible stream.
One time we ought to just come in here and just, we're just streaming and we pick a random, like, teeny tiny streamer stream, go into there and just draw them fan art. And just, hey, is there a place where we can put this, and give them fan art and then move on? Just one of those where it's, do a nice little gesture for them.
Right? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Why were you doing that? That was weird. Stop doing that.
What, huh?
It started rolling the opening credits. It was very strange.
Oh, okay.
There. I have changed the name of this show to Stream the Impossible Stream. still strove with his last ounce of courage. Actually, kind of works too because you can reach the impossible star, and that also works in our streams usually.
It's funny. I had to go down to Denver. Jesus!
Wow!
I couldn't tell if he was going to try to drive through my room or not.
Right. I was going to say that sounded like he was coming through your room there. My kids have totally picked up on speaking of Jesus. I've been talking about the correct way to hold the steering wheel while driving, and I've told them, you can't let go of the wheel for autocorrect. Like where you turn the wheel and then you let go and let it go.
Yeah.
When you turn the corner, and they were like, "Well, why?" And I'm like, "Well, who has control of the car?" And they're like, "No one." And I'm like, "Yeah, see, you don't want to let Jesus take the wheel at this point in time. He hasn't had a license in 2,000 years." And this is something that they have just fixated on. And they have been going on about letting Jesus take the wheel the entire class. It's been very funny. They're all about this. I let that one loose on a whole bunch of kids, and all of a sudden now I've got Jesus taking the wheel all the time. It's very funny. Anyway, yes, so you went downtown with Jesus taking the wheel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, what was it? Anyways,
you went to Denver.
I had to go down to Denver to do some errands, and the topic that this comic touches, actually, my brother and I talked about in at lunch today, completely organically. I never even mentioned that what he was talking about was exactly what I was trying to put forward in the comic, but it gave me a really, really good military response to why you do or don't want to do something.
Okay.
So in here, she's talking about how you don't necessarily want that kind of firepower where it just levels blocks.
Right.
And said, in our military, it's more efficient to level a block, but then you're dealing with civilian casualties.
Mm-hmm.
And so, unless they are firing from within the building, they try to leave the building as intact as possible to reduce the amount of excess civilians caught in the fight.
Right.
It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her complete, that's Briggs' complete point is, hey, sometimes you don't want that. You don't want to level a city block to get one guy. You might have to, but you don't want to bring a bunker buster bomb every time you want to get rid of one guy.
Yeah. It is true. It's interesting that you and I are both in military form here. I mean, like, as different as our comics are, we're both talking military a lot.
Yeah, because that's what our comics are.
Right? I just think it's interesting but I mean, that's what I'm saying it's interesting that you and I are always talking about how different our comics are. And yet here we are, of course, part of the discussion is, dealing with military stuff. Because, of course, you think about it from where Chang would go. And she wouldn't bunker buster. There's no reason for her to do that. That would be ridiculous. She'd send in Marines.
Yeah.
And they go into close quarters. That's what they're for. Of course, I think that Unity Marines are closer to our SEALs current today than they would be just, generic grunts,
But it does. It goes to show that, like, I am very anti-war, but I understand it.
Yep.
Like, I understand where they're coming from. I understand sometimes you need to do something that is outright horrifying for the better good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Um,
There we go.
now it looks like she has pajama bottoms on.
That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Because now I don't have to add those extra pieces that I've been adding onto the maquettes that when I pose them, the pose makes those extra pieces slide and move, and they move up and down and around, and they turn around and everything like that. So the whole point here is to make it look like she's wearing clothes so that all I have to do is do a new map around the outside, and it works just fine. I'm hoping for the best with one of my kiddos tomorrow, but I feel like bad things are about to be afoot. Tomorrow's the test for the kids.
Ooh.
And I've got one kid who's been struggling with me on this one, and I'm worried about her. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure she'll be fine, but I am concerned.
Oh, so I have a CPAP machine that I have.
Oh, good. I hate to
Good.
say this because I've noticed so many people in our group need one, and so many aren't getting them.
Yeah, I've had one for I've had
glad.
one for a while, since COVID. And actually, it was because of COVID that I discovered I needed one.
Okay.
So if there was ever a positive for having COVID, that was one of them.
That was
But
it,
I wouldn't recommend it.
right? Not the recommended reason to get COVID? Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. But it's like I have had. So my starting level with my machine sits at 12.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 11, or what? What's the scale here?
1 to 24.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's pressure.
Is that PSI?
It's not quite PSI, but it's air pressure that's coming in.
Sort of PSI. Gotcha. Oh man, now I just managed to spit all over my monitor. All those. It's funny.
So, my friends, they're like, mine tops out at 12.
Okay.
So, I was like, okay, maybe it's just my machine. It's
different
reading
knob
different.
or something.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So I found it's been too hot outside and too hot where I have the CPAP machine sitting lately, and I don't have an AC unit where it's at.
Okay.
So I was digging around and I found around here a small CPAP machine. So I'm like, okay, so if I go to take a nap, I'll pop this thing on.
Just random CPAP machine lying around?
Yeah. And there's a story behind it. I will tell you later.
That sounds fine to me. That's such a random thing.
Yeah. So I popped the thing on. It's like a light breeze from like a fan blowing into my face, and I'm used to like
tornado.
Yeah. I was doing one of those air hose pressure where the kid has the air hose and he's spraying himself in the face. You see,
right?
It's like that's what my CPAP machine does.
Gotcha.
I'm like, okay, I just learned a lot about how strong my machine is.
I'm probably gonna need CPAP, I think.
It has changed my life.
I can imagine, and I'm not resisting in that instance. It's not the reason why I'm resisting. I'm resisting because it means sleep study and all that. I don't want
Yeah, the sleep study's not that bad. It's
Except I
just a
can't.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, I can't sleep outside of my bed easily. That's going to be the problem. I mean, I'll be fine. I'll get there. It's just that's not. I won't sleep. I've got insomnia and all kinds of crap. So I'll end up not sleeping. And I mean,
And see, I was worried because I get claustrophobia. So I was worried if they were going to give me the full mask, I was going to have claustrophobic attacks being in the mask.
right?
I don't get those. In fact, a lot of nights, I don't even have insomnia attacks now.
See, that's what I'm worried about. Is I'm worried the insomnia has something to do with, or is because of it. You know, because I have apnea of some sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm afraid the insomnia is due to apnea issues, and so I'm kind of like,
Well, it's worth it to check it out.
yeah. It's definitely on the to-do list, but we've just recently gotten insurance for me, so there are a lot of things on the to-do list that have not been on the to-do list for a while. So wish there was a way that they could just give you a CPAP machine and then say, did it work for you? Do you feel better? You know?
Yeah, but those are like $13,000 machines.
Yeah. So
Oof. Bitcoin is almost at $20,000.
From where?
Well, it was 75 earlier this year.
Okay. So down.
Way down.
Yeah, way down too. Gotcha.
Coin value history.
All right. Now Pajama Girl has cuffs, all areas there, and 2 of the pockets are in. Now I need her hip pockets, and she's done.
So at its height in November of last year, it was at $64,000, almost 65.
Mm-hmm. I feel like something's happening to it. Can't put
And
my
it's currently
finger on it.
It's currently at $22,000. Like that is a huge drop.
Something. I just can't put my finger on it, but something's going on with it.
Yeah.
That said, I do kind of feel bad because David's he's been in that.
Well, according to him, it can only go up and up, and you should buy the dip. How much money? I feel bad for him because it's like, this is not good.
No, and he has gotten in a number of times into these kind of get-rich-quick schemes. And I feel like he always kind of gets himself tangled up in these get-rich-quick schemes, and then they somehow tank. And this
Yeah.
one, actually, there were a lot of people on this get rich quick scheme, which makes it even sadder.
Yeah.
Because he's not wrong. And
No, and if I had more money, I'd probably be in on it too.
yeah, me too. All right. I feel like the last thing I kind of want to do is just put a small marker of some sort on her neck to indicate where the hello that nerd people forget.
Hello, how's it going?
I feel like I should make some kind of comment about the name. Like I should forget it. It seems like that's like a thing. But it's good to see you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. I haven't forgotten you, if that helps any. Although I have been known to forget names, so who knows? Anything could occur.
Who are you again?
I don't remember who I am.
Do you remember who I am?
Barely. But I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out partially. George over there. All right, so the question here is, what can I take on the neck and move out? Or do I want to? Do I even want to mess with this? Stop the brand interference. What brand interference are we? What brand are we interfering with? Other than George, who's not really a brand. It's just a cat. Oh, remembering. Gotcha. That's fair. Not sure this is what I want to do. Maybe just the top? And then just have it go up and out? I don't know. Or maybe I can just leave it the way it is, because this has never been a problem. The little neck piece has never been an issue. I think I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, let's go on ahead and go to steps 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or whatever. All the steps. So let's start the stepping. Object mode. Okay, what's the next thing? Rotate the base figure so it's in Blender's coordinate system. Got that. I didn't even mess with it. So, okay. Now, once you're happy with the changes, right-click the modified object and select the export.
No, we aren't CG. What he's doing is he uses maquettes to help him with the scene, so that he can set up scenes so that when he goes to draw it, it's exactly kind of like all the anatomical issues and all the perspective issues are worked out.
Yep.
So that's what he's doing. Yeah. On my end, I'm actually just flat out drawing. Excellent. So you're seeing two very, very different ways of doing a comic. If that makes sense.
Okay, so we set up edit menu. Scale is set to 100%. Is it 100% or 1.0? I guess it'd be 1.0. Set to make sure the swap Y and Z orientation is not checked.
How you doing tonight, Nobi?
Art Comicsgate. Oh, Comicsgate. That's a different thing. Comicsgate. That's the... Who are those guys? I mean, I guess really, since I'm sitting there going, don't kill the kitten. I mean, it's like George, just something that goes on. Gateway to indie. Oh, yeah.
What is comics?
It's a right-wing campaign in opposition to diversity and progressivism. Yeah, that's
that's definitely not a
will ever be. So that's good. Yeah. Very easy. That's easy. Okay, I'm afraid that I don't have this Z forward or Y up. I'm concerned that I may have borked this. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, he peed in your bed? Man. Now you gotta go do laundry. Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, you're fine.
We are not only not Comicsgate, but we're also LGBTQ friendly, and now he's out of the blue. But we're apparently not kitten friendly at the moment, at least to one specific kitten. However, all other things we are friendly. We are also friendly to George when George comes back in here. He only knocks over my trash can over and over. Already started. Okay, well, started the laundry. Yeah, we're not Comicsgate. Oof, I don't mind you checking though. That's totally fair. Okay, so the morph loader will create a new parameter dial named after the file name you chose earlier. If you spin it, the shape should change to the correct morph. Okay. So you have a ton of morphs. Okay, good. And they're all zeroed, which is important. Okay. That trash can shouldn't disrespect her like that. Hands issues. Okay, so we go into here. Can I do morph loader? What is where? Okay, now we got to figure out how to get to morph loader. New. Figure? No. Inverse kinematics? No, we don't need that. Morph loader. Oh, okay, here we go. Morph loader Pro, Morph loader Advanced. Okay, well, that didn't answer either one. If you prefer using Morph loader Pro instead of loader Advanced, you can. Just make sure this, so it's advanced. Like the one that seems like, yeah, I'm still, okay, so Brent, to answer your question, oh, his kitten peed in his bed. So, and it's Brent, and he's a friend of ours, so maquettes. Yeah, Brent, I wasn't really doing good about drawing, so I'm trying to fix the maquettes from all of those pieces that I had added for the wrists and for the legs. They kept moving every time I moved the character or moved the maquette. It would move those, and they wouldn't move correctly. So I have opted to make a morph target instead. So we're going to use morph loader Wow. Okay. Desktop, Unity uniform. Okay. Right. Hopefully. Did that work at all? No? Where did it go? Because that seemed like that was way too easy. Well, it was way too easy. Now I have no morph in here at all, and I don't know where it went. Maybe it's you. Or did it just decide that no, it wasn't going to work? Okay, well, let's try this again. Morph loader advanced. Okay. Single file unchecked to okay, we don't want to. Unity uniform. Okay, open. Morph path, morph name. Wow. Okay, I have activated a ton of things. So this is full body / Unity uniform. Okay, accept. Yes. Under full body. Let's see what it said. Youth weight, youth posture, youth. A lot of things under youth, but nothing under whether this worked or not. So I'm also kind of aggravated because as much fun as this is, I'm not seeing this working like it's supposed to. What I'm seeing is it's working, but it's just dropping away. Right now, he's been locked out of my bedroom for the night and maybe tomorrow too. Right now, Tormund is meowing, wanting to come in. So this is going to become one of those good night, good luck on that sleeping thing that you'll never get ever again. Okay. From the figure sub-menu, you right, hit the button and select the morph target. You just say, make sure the scale is set to 100% and the swap Y and Z orientation is not checked. The morph loader will create a new parameter dial named after the file name you chose earlier. If you spin it, the shape should work. Maybe the vertex order checkbox? I don't know. Let's go back. I go back here. Try it again. All right. Export. All right. Just the geometry? Maybe. Turn off the mirror temporarily. Maybe just the geometry? I don't know. Okay, export wavefront object. I'm going to try this again. Unity uniform. Doesn't say anything about vertex order.
Hey, can I read to you this?
You can read to me, man. I'll just go to sleep, though. I'm just saying. What's up?
Okay, I'm going to put you to sleep. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Panel 1 has Brig like on the thing, the control panel. God, I wish I could even go through 2 of those concrete barriers. Mammy, I'm sorry I'm so weak. Brig, you aren't weak. You may lack punch, but you are far from weak. Though you might find that power to be more of a hindrance than help. Why would it be a hindrance? Good question. Sometimes you need a bunker buster to get the bad guy. But if you use that kind of power against a single target, you don't want it to go through the target and the building behind the target and the orphanage behind that and the hospital down the street. Oh, oh, oh my! I didn't think about that. Does that work?
I like that. Yeah, maybe. What do you think, guys, out there in the outer world? Did that work? That's whether mine's working or not. Why is it not loading? What's going on here?
Good. That's good to know.
Having to mess with one of those posers. I get really annoying. I don't know what posers we're talking about.
Isn't Poser a program?
That's what I was thinking. So I have a problem with that all the time. Poser to me is the precursor to Daz Studio. So I'm not sure. I know that poser means somebody who pretends to be. So I get that, but I don't know where that is relative to this. So I'll figure it out. I am not notorious for being the sharpest crayon in the box when it comes to these things. So I get that. Shape narrow, shape adjust. Why is this not loading? I followed all the instructions. Is there a step I'm missing? Blender's wavefront object importer. Okay. And exporter have option for keeping vertex order. I've always used wavefront, and I don't have to jump through extra hoops to do rigging. Base main causes problems with when I try to load the morph. Using Collada doesn't have that problem and has the added benefit of not having to account for scale differences.
Oh, he's using Poser to do what you do.
Oh, hey. Cool. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I use it for. I'm glad. And I don't know if that's a he. Which is fine. I'm just using they. It works. So you're using a maquette to figure out a person lying in a pool of blood. I absolutely agree with that. He, him. Okay, so he works. That's the z-axis. Okay, no problem. I've got a different problem. I'm not getting the dials. Why am I not getting the dials? What the heck is
You
going
touched
on?
something, didn't you?
I did. I don't have dials. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. Don't know where the dials went. But I can't test this without the dials, so we don't know whether it worked or not. Click out, click in. Now, in theory, it should just have all the dials. So maybe if I just delete and bring another base in and have it freak out. There we go. Bring another. Okay, so yeah, the dials have spun on the weird one. You need to do that. Okay. What kind of stuff do you guys work? We're both comic artists, generally speaking, although obviously we do a number of things, and it all depends on how we or what we're working on today. Why am I having such a problem with this?
And you're seeing very, very different approaches to how we do comics.
Yes. I am spending a lot more time up front on my comic trying to get stuff figured out and squared away. And Brian is doing it sort of a more traditional way. But my way will make it so that it is faster in the long run. For me, it'll be faster in the long run. Because what I do, and I will spin up my comic. Hang on real quick. I'm going to load my comic here in a sec. It takes just a moment. No. Thanks, though. This takes a bit because I've got a lot going on. We're both using primarily Clip Studio Paint for the primary ink work. As I go along, though, I am noticing.
So his comic is a space opera.
Yep. Star Trek
military
meets
space opera.
Cross. Yeah.
And my comic is Magical Girls.
So here's my comic and what my comic looks like. So we're going working in here on this one like this. And then you gotta get an idea what my comic looks like.
There is nothing wrong with that. We both cut our teeth on 11 by 17s.
Right. And these are set usually for 11 by 17 at 600 DPI, and we just skip the step. I'm using an XP Pen 22E for my monitor, for a drawing monitor. And so it's right here. So this is where I draw usually, although right now, of course, obviously I'm working on 3D models. And I use 3D models in my story to keep everything straight, but also for the ships and things like that. So that's my hero's ship right here. So we got a lot going on. I also have Mecha. And the Mecha kind of looks like this guy right here. You don't, yeah, and there's no problem with working at 11 by 17. That is absolutely wonderful. I still have 11 by 7. Why did you say saves? There was nothing to save. I still have some 11 by 17 paper sitting over here in case I ever just want to go on total traditional. I've got my art desk right behind me here.
Yeah.
So
right in front of me is actually a whole unopened box of 11 by 17 because I ran out of the ream I had. So I went and bought a brand new ream of Bristol board 11 by 17.
Yeah.
And it's there when I need it.
You got it. George, I'm in here. Don't caterwaul in the hallway.
Hello?
Yeah, he has issues. He has issues. Okay, so I turned her around. There we go. Like that. Well, welcome to the show for traditional guy working on the traditional stuff, because you can join us. And the purpose of this show has been to keep us sort of an accountability. So people who join and things like that, well, we can just talk back and forth and kind of keep us working so that we don't fall over in time. Not working.
Yeah.
So
that's the other thing, is we encourage that you can come into the show on any day and see us working. And if you have stuff you want to work on it. Talk to us.
Yeah. Tell us where you are.
Yeah.
All right. Knowing that this is what I'm looking for, why is it not working like it's supposed to? What's not working? May I assume this is a skin instance? Okay. Gotcha. So I will save export again as a wavefront object. Right? So we've got the OBJ is an OBJ object. Limit to selection only. I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, might as well, right? Scale 1, path mode that way. Okay. Keep the vertex order. Don't change anything. Apply modifiers. I don't know. Turn that off. Maybe write materials. I don't even think I care. Do I care about UVs? No, but I do need the normals. Right? So the things there you go. Pencils for your superhero stuff. That works.
Yeah. I've been playing around. This is a manga style comic, but I've been playing around with trying to do more of the American superhero style. So, like, I did this Raven the other day to kind of break my style and to kind of teach myself some new tricks. So, yeah, totally, we understand where you're coming. And there's more than just us. Like, lately you've only seen Guy and I, but there's actually a watercolorist by the name of Pepper who comes on here to do comics. There's another guy by the name of Colton who's been doing a lot with CGI and
That's only because he's in school.
yeah. But he's a traditional comic artist as well. He does a lot of superhero stuff. So we get a lot of people through here. So yeah,
Yep.
you'll feel
Raphael.
right at home.
I mean, not like Raph's ever been here, but you know.
Well, he was here once.
Looking at you, Raph, I'm looking at you. I actually was talking to Christina, and she was like, part of the reason is because I kind of want to hang out with him. Okay, that's fine. This time, you know. I'm missing something here.
Yeah. Like, it is not required for anybody to come in here and draw. Like, if people want to draw, they can come in and draw. If they don't want to draw, that's fine too. Like, we want to make a comfortable place where a person can feel they can do any kind of work and
just hang
they'll
with
be
it.
supported.
Yeah, that's the whole point of Quack.
You know, there's too many times when, as a comic artist, and even as an artist in general, you make things and you toss them out into the void, and that's the last you ever hear of it.
Yeah, they just vanish.
And it
Sweet.
gets disheartening.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of a place where you can just come in and draw. And that's fine.
I feel like it's not taking for some reason.
You know, you won't come in here and hear, you know, guy cussing up a storm and, you know, spewing.
From Brent, though, because of the cat.
Well, that's a cat that's done something naughty. Like, that's a different thing.
Maybe, except something flickered. It says that
But
it did it.
But like, we don't want.
Did it?
You know, we don't want controversy in here. You know, no sexism, no racism.
No,
you know,
man, if you were against Star Trek, we got problems. Just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, actually. Okay, really? Maybe under full body? Why am I having this wrong with it? It shouldn't be hard. It's hard. I'm sad. As a sad. Kirk and Picard. What if I say both? Does that help? Maybe.
But if that's the only question you ever thought was hard,
Right. Well, somewhere along the line, we're going to end up with somebody setting me into a discussion about Star Trek, and that's going to make Brian cry. So be cognizant.
It's already happened.
Maybe
it happened with you and Pepper's husband.
Yes, it did. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm just saying. But he and I are both Trekkies, so there's that. It is a thing. It happens when you have Trekkies in the same room together. Why am I not seeing the morph target? I'm not seeing a morph target at all. I'm very aggravated. I do not see the morph target. It said it was loaded successfully. I saw something flicker over here. And then I have no morph targets. I'm not sure how to make this work if the morph target does not appear over here. I don't know whether it'll work or not. I can't tell if we have a glitch or if I'm just doing it wrong. I mean, the odds are actually much better than I'm just doing it wrong. You know, I've kind of thought about that. Green Lantern's operating on some sort of prime directive. I've thought about that a lot about a lot of characters that are superheroes. Maybe I need to. Bad Studio. Load the figure. Oh, yeah. This is remarkably aggravating. Select the main figure tab in the root. It's still didn't show up.
Yeah. You're not going to get a fight from either of us on that. In fact,
Yeah.
That's kind of what my comic is saying right now. Is I'm essentially having that conversation about power in this page that I'm writing.
And overpower.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally added these other ones in without a problem. Why am I having a problem here?
What kind of animal fist? Like mantis or tiger or what's he trying to do? Tiger style. I think that's the one where it's like that. No, that might be mantis. Hang on.
Tiger style?
Tiger style. Okay. It the his fish should be like that. So they're open and they're kind of clawing inward like a cat claw.
Did you put it up on your screen?
I did it.
Oh, you held it up for him.
Yeah.
That works. In the root, spin it up. We're going over here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Maybe. Unity uniform, bring it in under the morph name. You know what? I'll add it to body people, even. Batch, no. So all the options that I've got are here. Accept.
Yeah, we're all artists. We're here to help each other. So if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating.
Oh, of course you're hesitating. You know me.
Am I changing its name? What's going on here? The wrong name? target set. I don't know. So my biggest problem here is this. I'm following the instructions, and it says, when you follow these instructions, you should find the controller. Oh, it's here. And it's under shape. It thinks it's under shape because it's not. Well, it's not under shape, so there's that. And it's under people either. So yeah, my problem is that I keep adding the controller and it didn't error. It didn't say that the controller failed. Ah, here we go. Florp. Okay, so close. Interesting. Very close. Okay, we got somewhere. We're moving somewhere. The morph is operating in here. It just flattened her out.
It laid her flat.
It laid her flat. I don't know what that was about, but okay. So let's see what happens when I turn it on to here. She should still be just under 2 meters. So it didn't actually shrink her. We just flipped her directions somehow. Next question. I do. Okay. So altering body still keeps the parts of that together so that it actually works. Okay, good. Good. Okay, we're closer. This guy now needs to be not laying down, apparently. Who knew? You're laying down on the job, dude. Okay, so we'll take her. What was the command for rotating? Go ahead and stand her up. Which we'll do in a moment. Okay, right click on the base figure. Hit R. Well, no. Right click on the base figure. R key on the keyboard. Followed by the X key. Followed by 9, 0. Perfect. Press return to commit. Now the question is, though, I'm seeing a gap here. Is this going to be a problem? Let's try this again. This is going to be irritating. No. Yeah, that's what I thought. See how it raises her up? So we just need to flatten that morph down. We need to be deleted. We're getting there. I think we're getting closer. And you need to be brought down.
Again, that trick
Trick
never works.
works. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that. There you go. Export wavefront object.
There you go. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Can I delete you? There. Out. All right. Off edit mode. Back in here. Now I think we may be onto something. Let's see what we got. Pro. Choose morph file. You. Loading. Accept. Morph created successfully. Okay. And the parameters under general, abdomen, display. I don't know where the hell you went. Because we're in the abdomen. We'll let you here. In general, actor. Morph. Unity uniform. Morph. Aha! Behold! Changes can occur. There we go. All right. That probably took way too much effort, but that's okay. I kind of feel like her arm pockets aren't as good as they should be. Like they should go further across. Where are her leg pockets? I didn't get quite this. No, the leg pockets look good. But definitely the arm pockets need to be further back. Oh, man. I don't want to have to do more work in here, but okay. It's all right. We got this. We got this. Now that we know how to make this work, we can do this. So go to edit mode. Because we really kind of want to do... Sure. And we want to make sure it's still on mirror over here. And we're going to grab back here. There we go. I'll do that. And that. And that. And grab here. And what in the world are we doing? Does anybody know? No. Nobody knows. That's all right. Nobody has to know.
Come on, don't.
All right, move on here. Click here to you right there. Move you. All right. I think we're getting there. This will be a much better something. There we go. Maybe not that much. There we go, just like that. That's what we're looking for. So I'm extending the pockets on her arm. Grab this piece right here and just move it up so that it's not quite as weird a circle. All right, there we go. Now, one more time. Once more into the breach. Export. Wait. Go over here to object mode. We'll hit save. Export. Wavefront object. Ever since I put the new fans into my case, I have connected all of my monitors wrong. So this far monitor all the way over on the right now is monitor 1, and Blender is dense. So Blender continually has to bring up its dialog boxes to monitor 1. So even though I'm working on monitor 3, it's shipping all of the dialog boxes over to monitor 1. I'm like, horrible. Okay. Edit mode, select you, delete selected property. All right. It moves forward too. That's not good. Because that may or may not affect. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't affect its posing ability at all. Okay, well, except that her butt sticks out, but I'm not actually that terrible worried about it, but okay. Everything else seems relatively nominal. Okay. Like, everything else seems to work just fine. Okay, well, that's fine. Then, here's the next thing we do. Now that we now know that works, we'll go into my library. And bring up Chang Li in her service uniform. And 3 years later, we'll actually get her in her service uniform. There we go. Okay, now we're going to try the thing. So it doesn't have that. That's interesting. All right, so we load that in. The problem is now I'm worried that I'm going to lose this. Well, I guess they'll never know unless we do it, right? Choose the morph file, bring in the Unity uniform, accept, and let's take a look. Legitimately doesn't look like it changed too much on anything. Interesting that the spats are not as far out as I thought they would be. I have to feel like her uniform is more dramatic. Or not dramatic enough? Maybe not dramatic enough. And then I get this butt fin. I don't know what the butt fin is about.
The butt fin?
Yeah, look at this. Like a fin on her butt. It's a butt fin. I'm not sure what to think about the butt fin.
We'll call it that. We'll call it that because it's a whole lot better than what I'm thinking.
We'll go with that one, right? Oh, God.
It's to make her more aerodynamic in water.
Right? Hydrodynamic. I'm trying to decide whether I want to adjust more or less. I think the pockets probably are fine. I feel like maybe the arm thrusters, leg thruster packs need to be bigger. I like the idea of the goon trying to do some cool, like, and then you bam, and he's out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's a funny concept. It's definitely something I would use in my comic as well.
Yeah. So tomorrow night's going to be just Brian, so be aware of that. Because I'm actually going to go see the new Macross movie, which is airing. Because I'm a Macross goofball. I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. It's not bad. It works just fine. The morph is working perfect. It's not as dramatic as I want. I'm feeling like I should make it more dramatic on both the arms and the legs. But then I have butt fin back there, and I'm trying to decide whether I care enough about butt fin to do something about it.
I mean, it's going to be something that only you see.
Yeah, because the maquettes never survive the drawing process. I'm just trying to decide whether it's going to drive me crazy. Kind of worried it will. Okay, for one, no butt fin back there, so I don't know what that's all about. Okay, back to here. Go back into edit mode. Make sure we're still mirrored. First things first, let's fix these guys because I want this to be much more dramatic. All right, more like that. All right. Kablam. Something outside went kablam.
Is it the sprinklers hitting the slide again?
No. It's not throwing off fireworks, but yeah, that is something, isn't it? Wait for that to occur. There we go. I feel like they're a little big. That looks a little bit better. Like I expected those to be much more dramatic. Yeah, that's better.
All right. I am 2 pages from the halfway mark of this chapter. That's good.
Nice. All right. How are we doing out there, that nerd? Still working? Still pushing through on that? I like how we've kind of adopted nerd. Taking ownership of it.
You already have Guy.
Looks like no
You're already that guy.
Right? I like that, though. I mean, maybe that's what you were after and you just didn't know it. You know, who knows?
Nosferatu doing kung fu. That is
Yeah, right? I love the
amazing.
explanation. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can totally see this. That's why I think it's awesome.
It's just the shadow on the wall. It's
Right.
that Nosferatu, the old 1920s movie. So you see the shadow on the wall. It's just Nosferatu doing kung fu.
I gotta admit, I like that image. Not gonna lie.
That's such a graphic image to have
Right?
in
I
your
mean,
I know he's probably not going that, but it is such a wonderful image to have.
Right? It's very graphic. I like it. As comic artists, I guess being graphic is part of what we do.
Yeah.
There we go. Just bringing this around, lining all this up so that it's all in line with one another.
Oh, so I read an interesting article earlier today
Mm-hmm.
about how a completely random guy figured out that Pixar was making Soul.
Okay.
So you've seen Soul, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So this guy is a driver for Pixar. He is responsible. Well, he's not a driver for Pixar, but he's a driver that Pixar uses when they're picking people up from the airport and taking them to the studio
Right.
to talk
Right.
with them. And so he's picking up guys, and he is noticing a lot of black guys being taken to Pixar. And
Right.
Pixar is a very, very white culture.
That makes
so
sense.
he picks up the one guy who turns out to be the director, and he goes, "Okay, level with me. You guys are making a black film, aren't you?" And it was, and they were like, "How could you tell?" He goes, "Because you guys are whiter than sour cream."
Right. All right, there we go.
And it's
That's
true.
interesting.
It's so sadly true that Pixar is like that. They don't have diversity.
No,
It's
they don't.
kind of that thing you were talking about with, was it you that was talking about how they had to for the Philharmonics they had to
Yep.
completely.
It's called Blank. It's by it's all about Malcolm Gladwell, which is, yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. And that's, what is it called? Unconscious bias.
Yeah, like the panel of judges had to be like blindfolded, and there was so many rules you had to follow so that they had no idea if it was a man or a woman.
Yep.
Or if they were black or they were white. And once they finally just sat down and listened to what the person could do, then they got diversity.
That was when they started getting diversity. Yep. Unconscious bias. It's a thing.
And it's a shame that it's because there are so many voices I think are silenced because of it that we need in this industry. Like male, female, black, white, transgender, gay, everything. We need it all. And we don't have it all. And when I say that, when I say one thing like that, I mean not just African American, I mean African as well. Like there are lots of Africans that live here in the United States that I've met that I've never even seen their point of view because they have even a more different point of view of things.
Right.
And it's shameful. It's shameful where we're at. And it makes me so damn mad.
Right normals. No, I agree with that. All right. Comics should be for everyone. Agreed.
Yes. Agreed. 100%.
That the geometry doesn't match.
Is there butt fin throwing off the geometry?
I guess. The butt fin. What did we do to the geometry? Yeah, it's like a massive tail, right? Like a massive tailbone. Well, now I can't show you the butt fin because the morph is not loading anymore. And I've overwritten the morph thinking, gosh, I have this completely under control. try one more thing and see if this works before I decide. The only thing I can do is possibly just overwrite everything at this point in time. So I'll step back one step, see what happens. All right. Well, riddle me this, Batman. That didn't make any sense. Still have the butt fin. But fin. Are these webcomics? Yes.
Yeah, so his is Beatrix Rising.
Bellatrix Rising, yes.
Bellatrix.
Rising.
His is Beatniks Rising.
Beatniks Rising.
And then mine is Armageddon Divinity. We can do that. Do you have a link to your comic guy?
Not yet, because we don't have a comic out yet. So the best I've got is web comics. So web comics won't let me start a new file until I have pages, and these are the first pages. So I don't have a link yet. However, you can follow me at GS Davis Art on Facebook and all of the above. So we will do that at some point, but I mean, I'm not done with issue 1 yet. This is issue 1, so we're still.
And then that's my comic.
Yep, there you go. Here, I'll put. Where are you located? I mean, like, what part of the world are you in? Because, like, we're working on figuring out printing things, so that's why I'm asking. You don't have to tell me your address or anything, but like what city or whatever. And then, because I mean, like, that's something we've been working on for a while. Oh, I need to stand up. The not so good USA. Well, okay. So, because we're in the pretty awesome Colorado of the USA, so there we go. Because like Colorado's pretty awesome. I'm just, well, okay, that's questionable recently because it's been like way up in the 100 degrees things, and it just makes me unhappy. However, Colorado's pretty good, generally speaking. And we're a relatively blue state, which is better. So the reason I say that is because there's a couple of printers here that we've learned how to run short run prints on. You can see here is an example, because I already did a short run print here. Here's a good option. Right, so I did a very small run of these guys. So I can help you out when you get to the point you're ready to print. We've already done some. So at that point, just give us a holler. Hang out here with the quackers. We've got about 5 minutes left, Brian.
Yep. I am just about done with this page.
Okay, you're good. If you've got printing figured out, then I don't need to help you. Well, I mean, I can still help you if you wish, but if you got it under control, you got it under control. So I'm good. All right, this didn't turn out bad except for the butt fin. Not sure what to think about the butt fin, but okay. Other than the butt fin, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Is it? Primary settings need to be 0. I can do this. Hey, I feel like we did good. Like,
Yes.
now all we need to do is just redo the body map on her, and we should be clean and ready to go. And I'll just ignore the butt fin. I don't know how happy I am necessarily about the fact that she moves forward like this. I don't know if that's going to be an issue I'm going to need to deal with or not. Like, will that affect posing later on? I'm not sure.
Hey, turn her and squeeze that up and down.
Turn her to here?
No, the other way. Turn her to so and now play with those flaps again.
Yeah, see, the butt goes completely radical on me.
Scroll in on that.
On the butt?
Yeah, specifically on the butt fin, and then make that go up and down. There's your problem.
Yes. What are you saying? I get it. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is a problem.
Well, no, I'm saying it's on the same layer that you just did those on.
Yes, that's exactly right. So what I was trying to do is make this into a jumpsuit. So I tried to debutt her on that and tried to deboob her, which is also making a boob fin, right?
It's like a chest compression piece. You have a nice night, nerd.
See you later. We'll be back tomorrow night at the same time. So we actually start at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Mountain time. So you can join us at that point. So I'm trying to figure out whether I'm...
You have a lot of weird fins going on her.
Well, okay, so I tried to make it so that I didn't have to draw in all of... Because right now, like this piece right here goes in between the breasts, and I really don't want it to. I want it to be outward like this, straight across, like somebody who wore an outfit would have, right? However, clearly what we have done is made instead a chest fin and a butt fin. Right, we got a butt fin, we got a chest fin. So I'm trying to decide how much I hate them and whether I want to go back in and redo the entire thing for it. But I cannot return the vertices to where they were. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway.
Well, just work around it for now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, well, I'm out of here because I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. And I'm kind of over butt fin now. So I'm going to have to do something about the butt fin. I'm not sure what to do about it. So I'll figure it out. I may not care.
Alrighty.
Or I might care. Or I don't know. So anyway, if you can roll tomorrow night, that'd be awesome. I will try to be here tomorrow night at some point. And if you can roll on Friday, that'd be awesome. Because maybe we can get Pepper and everybody in to check in on where they were. So
sure, I'll see what I can do.
If you can't, don't worry about it. Don't stress it. It's not worth the stress. So if you can't make it, you can't make it. Good. And I'll talk to you later, man. You want me to roll the end credits?
Have a nice night. Sure.
Okay. I'll roll the end credits. Good night.
Night.